Welcome back to Transform and Roll Out Season 3 Eons, Episode 24. First things first, this will be a continuation of Episode 23 following Scorchfire, Scorchmas, Mantix, Domina, and Starscream, who died. Adventures. So, players, here's the plan. You're going to tell me which character you are playing as and give us a short description of what they look like and what is going on with their brain module. Well, for those of them that still have an active brain module. Sorry, salt in the wound. Hexamis, you're up first.
Again? Okay, my name is Hex. I play Scorchfire Prime. Usually a blue Autobot turns into Fancy Nancy's sport car. Currently all chrome. Currently sad.
Sad. Great.
Because Starscream has perished, and that feels bad, man.
Yeah. And if you had a watch, there'd be 2 notches on it.
Correct.
Clickbait, you're up next.
I promise again. What's up, gang? I'm Clickbait. I play Mantix. He is a transforms into an F-22 Raptor. He's a Decepticon, ex-Decepticon Seeker. Primus words get mixed up sometimes. And currently he is confused, sad. His old mentor and commander has been brutally murdered in front of him. And he still can't speak, so he still can't talk about his feelings about it. And yeah, he's angry.
Fantastic. And if you had a TBD watch, there'd be 2 notches on it. Bringing us to Celeste.
I'm Celeste. I play as Domina. She is a giant robot who usually is a Cybertronian train, but lately her last transformation was a Transformers Prime Seeker mode. Currently, she is still suffering from her injuries, which has now been confirmed she is suffering of cosmic rust, and right now she needs medical attention. She's very disoriented what's going on due to the pain she's handling right now.
That's an understatement. And if you had a watch, it'd be having 4 notches on it. And Starscream, who is currently dead. But if you could tell us what was going on your brain module as you drift off into the afterspark, what would it be?
We need the physical descriptions, don't we? If you took an erector set and threw it up at a ceiling fan, and then drew little eyes on it, that's what I would look like right now. There's not much left to Starscream as his processors. I guess it wasn't really slowly, just kind of shot me all at once there, didn't you, DM? Instantaneously went offline, and all I was thinking in those last moments was I finally had what I wanted, and realized it wasn't what I wanted at all. I actually wanted to do some good, fix this world. But another version of me had broken. If there's ever a second chance, things different. Yes, very different.
I'm sad now. Anyway, I'm Onyx, and I will be your DM, your Primus, your god for this round, and I also play as Scorchmas, who is a gender-bent Scorchfire from an alternate Shattered Glass universe. He is currently helping Domina, you're pretty tall, so I'm probably holding on to your waist, trying to help you up. I don't know if I'm actually helping any good, but I'm doing my best, and I'm confused on what's going on. I see Mantix, sad, Scorchfire, sad, Domina, not great, probably assume sad. Me, I'm out of jail, great. With that, are you all ready to get started?
That's still sad.
Sir.
That's the spirit. We'll pick up right where we left off. Starscream grayed and dead on the floor, a hole blown straight through his chest, part of their dead spark revealed from the recent blast it took from a massive, fiery breath. The players, Scorchfire, Mantix, Domina, Scorchmas, finally released from their prisons as the Beastformers left using the elevator, leaving you all down in the prison. With the exception of Starscream, who is dead and lifeless on the floor, what are the rest of you doing?
It's only a flesh wound. Just
It's only a flesh wound.
But a scratch.
bite your ankles.
Se pasa.
I wanted to try and give Starscream a little tap with the hammer.
So you're holding your hammer at the ready. Mantix is... I feel like Mantix is kind of holding Starscream steady.
Yeah. Yes.
And then Scorchmas and Domina are kind of towards the back a bit and trying to make their way forward slowly with rust probably running down the side of Domina.
We're gonna have to address that too. But Starscream.
As you swing your hammer back, resting it on your shoulder, the building shakes and rumbles before settling. Do you do anything, or do you respond to that?
I want to hesitate, because I don't
Swing first, think
that,
later.
but I still want to follow through with my little tap.
Okay, you get ready to raise your hammer again. Before you do so, we're gonna turn the camera back to the gray, dead Starscream and zoom in through his head and into his brain module. Slowly powering down, we get a glimpse of his life. Once a lead scientist on Cybertron, best pals with Jetfire, then the war and the promise of something better, the promise of more resources, but never told the true cost of it all. Brothers became sworn enemies and friends burying friends from both sides. And the worst part of it all, being a punching bag to the face of the entire Decepticon movement, Megatron. Whenever a mission didn't go exactly as planned, Starscream would be the one that would feel the heel of Megatron's boot. Whenever Megatron would have a bad day, you, Starscream, would hear his verbal abuse followed by spark-threatening beatings, possibly even spark-ending sometimes. The stress and trauma for Starscream knew no bounds. Others have felt the wrath of Megatron's scorn, but none that have survived the encounters. No, something was special about Starscream. Something rare, something unlocked, something unique. As we zoom the camera back out, we see everyone near the dead Starscream with the gaping hole in his chest. We see a flicker of green in his spark, and the edges of the wound that he had or has turns light red, almost burning. Scorchfire, you see this as you're getting ready to swing your hammer downwards. Color begins to fade back into life as the hole in his chest starts to seal up, good as new, and Starscream's optics flicker with brilliant red. With that, what do you all do, this time including Starscream?
What the flag was that?
Mantic just jumps. He's still got a hold of Starscream, so he just like grips him a little bit tighter, but his whole body like jumps. But he doesn't let you go because he's not sure what the heck is happening.
I want to back up too. What happened?
Just say there's more to me than meets the eye.
He said the thing!
Thank you.
Well, welcome back, I guess.
Mantic is gonna tap Starscream and be like, he's gonna try and sign with one hand because he's still like kind of supporting you with the other arm, and he's gonna try and sign with one hand. Commander, are you okay?
Oh, yes. What a perfect illustration of what perfect act I can be. That other me really did a number on this place, didn't it? Oh, yes, it's me, by the way. I'm completely aware. I just figured this would be the safest place to put you. Not very safe to put me, though.
You do realize that now we're gonna have to sneak out of here now that you're actually still alive, so we're gonna have to be careful.
You kidding me? I'm the Emperor.
Scorchimus grinning, sneaking. Why do that? I'm bad at sneaking. Distractions, however, I can do.
You say that like you have something planned or something in mind.
Absolutely don't, actually. I don't.
Mantic rolls his eyes.
Okay.
I think I have some medkits we can use, either on myself or on...
Speaking of medkits, maybe we should get
Mantic.
you fixed up first.
As you finish that sentence, Scorchfire, the ground rumbles once again, and it takes longer for it to settle.
Mantic is gonna sign. He's gonna like wave to get everybody's attention. And he's gonna sign, hey, didn't they say they were gonna take the capital city that we're currently in? Which means probably bombing it.
Unicron.
I was a little indisposed when they did that whole part.
That means that there might not be enough guards around here. We might be able to take something, but Scorchfire, did you get everything that they took from us? Wait a minute. Domino remembers. Domino remembers. That rat took the watches.
No, the watches are gone.
The rat took them. She's shaking her fist in the air.
That rat.
There was a rat. They took the freaking watches earlier. On my chest.
Rodin?
Rodent of unusual size.
Rodin of unusual size. Yeah, see how I don't understand the Earth references still yet.
It's just vermin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tiggs is gonna say, if they're bombing the city, they probably don't have any of their own guards here. It would probably be relatively easy to make an escape. We should, unless we can do quick repairs, we should probably escape first before we get buried underneath tons of rubble, and then worry about scratches.
Starscream pauses it. and kind of like looks off away from them, a little bit kind of vacant in his mind, and says,
No, I can't go with you. I have to warn them. Death, death, and more death. We've had enough death. These bombings will put sparklings in danger. I know it's always about the sparklings, but seriously. I have been tasked with glorious purpose here, and I must obey that. I'm sorry. You're on your own.
They're gonna hunt you down, and we're not
Let
gonna be
them
there to
try.
help you again.
Mantix is gonna say, what about the other you that did this to them?
I have to atone for his sins, and in the process, atone for my own.
Just be careful, Commander. Be careful.
I mean, you can come with me if you want to, but I'm not going to force you or anything.
Scorchimus looking at you all and at the one elevator. So, are you riding with us awkwardly and then splitting us up when we get to the top?
I feel like that's what's about to happen. Like we're going to say goodbye, and then you're both crossing the street the same direction, and it's like, oh, well, I guess do we keep talking to each other or ignore us? Like, yes, we're going to take the elevator.
Okay, awkward silence
Gosh.
it is. Let's go. And Scorchimus is helping Domina into the elevator.
Mantix is gonna reach his hand down to Starscream and offer him a hand up.
If I've had a successor as Air Commander, it would have been you, and the Decepticons would have been better for.
He's gonna take his hand and put it across his chest and just kind of bow his head, because he can't really thank you any other way. And then he's gonna put his hand back out and help you up.
We gotta get that thing fixed, kid.
Poor Mantix.
"Hey, I tried.
You all make it into the elevator and it lifts up and it brings you to the main floor, the ground floor. The streets of Iacon are filled with panicking citizens as they are rushing by as if they're trying to escape something. A sea of metal life forms running to the left as fast as they can. Some in their alt mode, some being toppled over by others as they run in terror. Loud thuds can be heard, followed by tremors shaking the very ground beneath your feet. The sound of whistling flinging about, followed by immediate impacts, explosions of missiles against nearby buildings. As of yet, the entity or entities or causation of what is causing it, wow, what a sentence, is not in view. What do you do?
Well, that ain't no bombs, kids.
Mantix is gonna look at the rest of the group. Do we wanna help here first or leave on our own way?
I will end up just infecting more people with this. She just points at her injury right now. It's getting worse by the minute. She slightly pushes Scorchimus away from her though. Like don't get close to me too much. Thank you for the help, but don't get too close right now.
Scorchimus is abiding, trying to act like he's not grossed out, but you can definitely see on his face, he is grossed out.
Poor guy.
I'd like to help out, but first, I want to heft up the hammer toward Domina. Do you mind if I see if I can fix this problem here?
Give it a shot, kid.
All right, this might hurt a little bit, and then I want to tap her on the shoulder with the hammer.
On the shoulder or square in the chest where she was shot?
I'm worried. I'm gonna go for the chest, I guess.
Okay. Is there anything you have to roll for that?
I don't think
Domina
so.
can squat though because I know she's very tall, so she's gonna kneel down for that. Better hit.
Whatever is easier for you, big lady.
I'm just gonna throw this out here. Before we heal Domina, I mean, I'm all kind of good now and stuff, but you have to use the tools that you're given. What if we just had Domina touch whatever's stomping around out there?
And he just kind of nods. He's like, yeah, that could work.
But then, what if it
Rust
ends
the
up?
shish out of the shish kebab.
What if it ends
Well,
up
if she's-
spreading?
If she's dropping rust, we can take a sample and then use a biochemical weapon on whatever's doing this, and then neutralize the rest.
Your way's much less morbid, fine.
Yeah, I want to keep this
Might
as
as well.
contained as we can.
But are we going to maybe hurt other citizens, perhaps bystanders, if they get in the way too and stuff? That's what I
I was
worry.
gonna say a
Okay,
cosmic rust
old habits
outbreak
die
is much
hard,
more
I get it,
manageable
guys.
than a cosmic
Wait.
rust outbreak is much more manageable than mass destruction from bombings.
All right. I know it's different in every timeline in the world.
It's not like the rage virus or anything, right?
Let's do it then. I guess get your weapons or whatever and get some rust. Ugh.
The rust is seeming to be spreading, and you are actually going to be taking.
No more damage.
I'm gonna just like try
5
and
points
collect
of
like
damage.
some rust.
Oh man. Okay, I only have 18 of health now.
DM, can I just
20.
get like
Don't
a
worry.
sample of rust? Like
Sample of
scrape
rust.
some.
That's fine. Yeah, roll me a Constitution.
I'm not touching it with my hands. Like I want to
Yeah, I
like
know.
scrape it.
Yeah, but how careful are you at scraping things? Can
My
you
premise.
concentrate?
You'd better be so careful.
Well,
If only I
I'm
had a
assuming it's
scientist here.
scientist Starscream helping me.
We do have a scientist Starscream,
Great mind.
so you can roll with advantage if Starscream helps you.
Careful. I only let my Conjux Endure get this close to my chest, so don't get any ideas. Whoa.
He just rolls his eyes.
Scorchbus giving you a side eye. Lucky.
15.
15.
Oof.
With the 15, you're able to get a small sample. What do you get a sample on? What do you have on you to scrape off a sample?
That's a great question.
Yes.
Oh, there's scraps
I
everywhere,
have-
isn't there?
Yeah, there's scraps everywhere.
Is there?
I don't know. I don't know. Well, I have lockpicks, so I'm assuming the lockpicks come in a case. So I could take the lockpicks out of the case and put the rust in there.
Look at you with the master's degree.
Is that amenable, Ian?
Okay, yeah. Does the case go on your person when you're done?
It could, but I'm assuming it's a nicely sealed case.
Okay.
And
Like a steel case where lockpicks belong?
yeah, where they would
Okay.
belong. That seals nicely. And I wish I had something else I could put it in. Anybody have like a bag or a backpack or something that I can stow this in?
As you are signing this, when you get your sample, a massive orange armored titan that looks like it was made for war and carnage. Their blue hand grips the top of a nearby building, crushing the luxury suite rooms. Their purple visor sheen under the Cybertronian sun as their head moves up and down each street as if they're looking for something. For most of you, you know this titan as Vigilum. But not just any Vigilum, the Origin Titan Vigilum, which is much bigger than their other alt timeline versions, coming in at nearly 2 miles high. They stop in their tracks as soon as they had made optic contact with Starscream. Everyone roll me a perception check.
We're all gonna die.
Starscream should probably run.
That's my line.
Oh boy,
God, what?
Oh, my bribe is.
not just anyone.
This is perception, you said, right?
Technically, I got a
19,
4,
baby.
but
19. Let's go.
9.
Oh, I should be rolling too. Why? This is... Okay, here we go.
I was gonna say, but
Thank you. Yes, please correct me. Please correct me.
DM needs to get it
Scorchbus rolled a
together.
7. Not great.
Yes. Starscream and Domina.
We see through time.
So, Starscream and Domina with a 19 and an 18. Behind Vigilum, you see a small portal open up. Starscream, you recognize this as a similar portal you recently in a previous episode or two went through, or sorry, like a ballerina in the wind. Through. High above Vigilum and see a familiar jet fly through. Caleb, do you mind describing your character and give us a brief summary of what they look like and what's going on in their heads?
Hi, I'm Kilobyte. I play Stormburst. He's a yellow bot with gray accents. He transforms into a Cybertronian spaceship. He's all banged up and beat up and scratched up, and he has an eye patch, and he's on a mission, and it's to find the crew quickly.
Perfect. And you have a TBD watch with 5 notches on it. Fantastic. And as soon as Stormburst is through the portal and visible to Domina and Starscream, you pick up on your radar a familiar signature. Ones you have met before, maybe like 4 episodes ago. And you begin dive bombing that direction, moving faster than the Titan, because the Titan is kind of slow moving, and it's a couple blocks away right now.
Me that's diving?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll go in that direction as quickly as I can.
Perfect. And it takes no time at all, because you're a fast Cybertronian jet. You come in, sliding in, transforming, and landing in front of them.
And takes waves and gives you a nod.
As soon as I land, I transform and be like, I'm happy to have found you. Things don't look very good here either. I have some news I gotta tell you.
Scorchimus waves his hand up in the air. Where's my hug?
I'm also waving.
It can wait. I'm sorry, but Smolder is disappeared. Liege
Mantix is like,
Titan.
what?
Yeah, Liege in Titan took over Smolder, and there's
Mantix
a thing
is going. He's
gotta
going.
talk about, and it's concerning to Starscream and Galaxy Wave.
What do you mean Smolder disappeared?
Oh my god.
Liege took over and vanished with the Titan, and they're
Okay.
here.
What do you mean?
I
What do you
don't know
mean
the goal.
Starscream? What?
When Smolder and I went through the portal before we encounter whatever was at the TBD, when we returned, we found the era we were looking for, and when we returned, we had a conversation with the Titans back at their planet, and we were told a prophecy, and
Not
in
another
this
one. Just rolls the
prophecy,
dice.
Galaxy Wave is looking for Starscream. He's looking for Starscream to take his power, because Starscream has an ability where he cannot die, and Galaxy wants this. And if he takes this, it's the end for everything we know, which it's kind of obvious because we're dealing with Galaxy Wave, and it's always a problem. So he's probably on his way, and Liege heard this, and he's here. I don't know if that's his plan, but it could be connected to it.
That is a lot of really bad stuff all at once.
It's one
I
thing
know.
and
Mantix
another.
Mantix is going to turn to Starscream and he's going to sign, "Sorry, Commander, you have to come with us. There's probably about 3 separate people, a prime and a couple all-powerful beings trying to get to you right now, so you're safer with us."
That's
Same slag, different universe.
He said, and then he's just going to sign, "Well, you can chance it by yourself if you want, but it's us or death, pretty much."
about that. Now that you mentioned death, Mantix, that's the only solution we have.
Jeez, cutting right to the chase
What?
there, aren't you, buddy?
For
Wait, we have
what?
to die?
death?
Scorchimus says?
Well,
Who's death? What?
not us, but Starscream. So the prophecy doesn't happen. Because he can
hold a
run, but he will be found, and we cannot protect him. We don't stand a chance against Galaxy Wave.
But you just said he can't die.
Well, about that.
Oh, my Primus!
About
I
that.
raise my null rays up.
Mantix is gonna put out a hand. He's just gonna say, "Wait."
Both null rays are raised up.
Choose your next words carefully.
Starscream, as you say this and raise your null rays, your full focus is intimidating Stormburst convoy as much as you can with your null rays. You don't see the incoming missile from Vigilum, and it hits you square against the chest, and it blows you back a little bit, and you hit the ground, dying once again.
Oh, my Primus.
Again?
Your corpse
Oh.
is once again turning hot and repairing itself, and
I'm gonna go help him up.
takes a few seconds, but you
Oh, that's
are
gross.
up and at him once again.
Mantix is gonna hold his arms out. Wait, no one's killing anybody
Well,
yet.
I'm not saying I'm gonna kill him.
We're just doing that.
Look, I don't want to do this. I don't like to do this. I'm not saying I'm gonna do it. I'm not here to cause problems and try to bring you solution.
As you say that, Stormburst, you all hear a loud roar, not coming from Vigilum, as one of the nearby tall orange
my
buildings
goodness.
begins to, a few blocks down, begins to shake and rise into the sky, revealing a gray dinosaur head emerging. Nearby buildings and blocks begin to shift as Triptychon's feet thud onto the ground.
Can I
It
say
would
something?
appear... Yes, go ahead.
That guy, he's a friend from work.
It would appear they were making up a portion of the existing city. Their head tips in your direction, Starscream, as if they're angered that someone attacked you, and a low whimper can be heard, followed by Triptychon raising their head up at Vigilum, opening their jaw and creating a massive loud roar, then charging. Missiles and auto turrets firing from both titans at one another as they collide with a massive explosion sound. And one thing to make note, Triptychon is much smaller, approximately less than half as tall, but based on their attacks, twice as agile. Continue on, group.
You guys wouldn't know this,
Smolder's-
but Triptychon is a brilliant poet Like, we go way back. Really nice guy. Looks intimidating, but, once you get through that harsh exterior.
Oh, my Unicron. Who are we supposed to eliminate now?
Remember,
Rust
still
is
said
kidding
smolders
me,
inside
literally?
Vigilant,
Can I
right?
fix Dabada?
I'm dying here.
How would you like to do so?
Numbers, keep going.
I was gonna hit her with a hammer.
Hit
Okay.
with the hammer.
When you hit Domino with a hammer, please roll a 4d6 plus your strength modifier.
Oh,
Oh boy. Oopsies,
old
wait.
lady can't take it.
4d6, you said?
For grandma.
4d6 plus strength.
Plus me strength. I got 12.
Domino, you heal for 12, but the cosmic rust is still present.
You know what? It's something.
It's something.
That gives me 30 at least. Okay.
My
Yeah.
hammer is not, like, infected, is it?
Your hammer looks like it didn't get infected, although it gives a little staticky feel.
Just to backtrack time-wise, while
Mhm.
the healing, while that was happening, Starscream's going to fly off and go kind of like flank with Triptychon.
Okay,
Fly up next
so
to his
you're
shoulder.
Trying to fly. Okay, so you're gonna fly next to his shoulder. Are you
Yeah.
in bot mode still? Just to clarify.
I mean, I might, do a quick jet to get there quick, and then kind of hover next to him, just like old times kind of thing.
Okay, perfect. I like it.
You're going towards the guy that wants to get.
I'm going
So-
towards the guy who's protecting me to fight for my right to party myself.
My premise.
So the giant lizard dinosaur is fighting a giant armored titan that's twice its size, and they're swinging and going back and forth. The rest of you see all this happen. Stormburst, you have the floor.
Well, good, because now I can talk and not be, have a gun in my face. So, about the death thing, he can be killed, he just cannot be allowed to regenerate. So we need to kill him before he can regenerate, and that's how it has to be molecular level, at least based on my calculations, while I just jumped through a portal and appeared here. So, I might be off, but I have this blade. Take out my Omni blade. There's a chance that he can get sucked into the blade. I've done it before. I don't know how it happened, so there's a chance it could do it. The other one could be a black hole if there's one nearby.
Oh, my premise.
Maybe a star. Burn him. I know it sounds bad. It's not my goal, but it'll mean if we get a fighting chance in the future or not.
Well, that's great. Also, Medix is signing this, by the way. That's great. Also, didn't you say Smolder is in the Titan that's being smashed to smithereens currently?
Yes.
Great.
Liege took us back. So I had to make a deal with Liege in the sense that he helped us escape when we found Era by using a TBD that we found there. And then he took us back to Vigilum, and then he started building something. And he just took a nap. And so it was just me and Smolder, and then we got all these prophecies, and then I'm assuming he was listening. And as soon as we got all the information, he just took Vigilum and disappeared. And I went through the portals and saw him appear in this timeline where you were. And so I just rushed as fast as I could.
Joy.
I'm sorry I could not stop any of this. I tried.
Oh, but is that your fault?
This seems about right for how it usually goes.
Yeah. And Galaxy Wave could be here any nanoclick. I don't know.
Oh.
So what if we use the
Aw.
Rust against Galaxy Wave? Oh,
Ooh, we could. That's a good idea.
That's actually not bad.
I mean, yeah, we could just shove like a blade inside my wound. Don't kill me, and shove it back to him.
Mantix is gonna sign him. I already got a rust sample, but it probably won't be long before it corrodes the container that it's in. So I either need to
Weaponized
get
hugs, guys.
yeah,
Mhm.
I either need to get something rust resistant or use this relatively quickly.
As you are signing that, you already noticed like the very corners, the pieces, the hinges seem to be slowly turning a brownish color. Little brown
Like
spots.
really quickly.
Yeah.
It's only my Matrix trying to keep me alive for now. This is not how I expected I was gonna die, to be honest.
Fantastic. With that, Domina, when you say that, everyone roll me a perception check.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
Primus.
including Starscream.
This
that
doesn't
includes me.
bode well. I rolled a dirty 20.
Oh wow, nice, good
I
job.
rolled an 8.
Thank you.
Oh, I got an 8 this time.
11.
Scorchman's got a 16.
15.
Fantastic. So Domina, makes sense. You're sick. You might be dying. Not feeling great. You don't notice this. Scorchfire, you're concerned with Domina. You don't notice this. Stormburst, you're concerned about telling the story that you just told everyone. You don't notice this. Scorchmiss, bored by your story, looking elsewhere. Mantix, concerned about his commander up by Triptychon, looking towards that direction. Starscream, you're closer towards where this is coming from, so you would notice this. Over the noise of missile blast, turret fire, and screams, you hear a familiar sound in the distance. Not sure where it is coming from, but the sounds of sweeps. Hundreds of them.
Great.
Every so often, you see a red blast streak across the sky approximately 5 blocks from your location, which could only mean one thing. Rising from one of the buildings, flapping their wings menacingly. Lapis, do you mind describing
my
who you're
Primus.
playing this session and give us a brief summary of what they look like and their current goals as you take flight into the air for a better view,
Ow.
something your partner cannot do.
Hi guys, I'm
No.
Lapis.
No.
I am
You're just
playing.
son.
I wish I was playing my son. I am playing Scourge on this fine evening. Scourge is a beautiful, lovely bot with lovely purples and reds. She's got big, massive wings on her back. She's got dragon heads on either arm. Nice big red horns on her head. Her nails are freshly done with a little bit of pinkish red on there. And yeah, no, she's angry. She's very angry. Stormburst, I hope you're ready. That is all I have to start with.
Oh my goodness.
Hold her son hostage. Her son.
Oh, my
Remember the little
Primus.
son.
Fantastic. And Scourge, you see the potential battlefield in front of you laid out. You see the pieces in place. You see targets scattered everywhere. You see Starscream on Triptychon's shoulder, the target you were told about. But what catches your singular object remaining is Mantix and Stormburst. Now it's up to you where you would like to fuel your rage. Followed by, of course, you will be commanding a legion of sweeps with you, so you're not alone. And Galaxy Wave is
God.
slowly making his way through the streets.
My homeboy. All right. So I think for starters here, I am going to go ahead and. Am I currently in my robot mode or am I in my massive Hydra mode?
Yes, whatever you choose.
I'll say I'm in my Hydra mode. So just a quick description of the Hydra mode. Big purple dragon with red horns and 3 different heads. So we'll say that I took off as a big dragon. And then as I'm in the air, I'd like to go ahead and transform and raise my hand.
Sweeps. Go for the Seeker.
Which seeker?
I point at Starscream. And I want them to start flooding towards Starscream. And then... You didn't hear any of it?
I heard the voice.
I heard it. I heard it.
You heard it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I heard,
Yeah, I heard
it too.
Seeker.
One more
Yeah.
time.
Sweeps. Go for Starscream.
And I point directly at Starscream with a...
That's much
Sinister
better.
grin.
Before you were like, just go for the Seeker, and I mean, that's kind of racist. We don't all look alike, you know. I mean,
Wow, I didn't know we were getting racism involved, but all right, sir.
I'm trying to bring Cybertron together. You're the one trying to blow it apart.
Oh, I'm not here for Cybertron. I'm just here for you.
See what I mean? Always dividing. Can't we come together as a people?
I would, but unfortunately I don't like you.
Yeah. They all can't be combiners, I suppose.
So, as I sick my lovely little dogs onto Starscream, I am making a beeline for Stormburst.
Okay, you make a beeline for Stormburst, and the sweeps are crawling off up over the building you are currently hovering over and begin to take flight towards Starscream. Now, Starscream, the Titan you are on has defense mechanism, and it seems to be very fond of you. Some of the turrets begin twirling backwards as if it's focusing, redirecting its attention off from Vigilum all the way to protecting you. which means it's taking more punches from Vigilant, but some of the sweeps that are in the air coming towards your direction are being shot down immediately. Scourge, you are making a beeline for Stormburst. Now, it's going to take a moment to get there. I'm going to give the players a reaction for those who saw you, and then we'll begin combat.
Stormburst didn't see me, did you?
I don't think Stormburst did,
No, I
but
did.
I'm coming for you.
Scorchimus and Mantix did.
I did, yeah.
Just completely dead silent, starts pointing. What's that?
What's what?
What?
That over there, in the sky.
Oh.
Would like to turn and look.
Oh,
Now we can notice what's going on.
what? Oh.
Do I need to roll? Or
You're giving
see?
us just a reaction, or do we get an action?
Probably reaction, not quite an action. But then I'm gonna have everyone roll.
Again? Okay.
Yeah, for
Okay,
initiative. I'm gonna give
I'm
you
a-
guys a second to say something or prepare for something.
Ready in action, I guess. I don't activate my shield.
Okay,
Not much else I can do.
go ahead.
Do I identify them from this distance?
I think the assistance allows you to give you a chance to turn and say something if you wish.
But
Say anything.
do I notice a scourge or not?
Yes, you'll notice a
Okay.
scourge.
Okay.
Can I wave at Scourge and give him a salute? What's up?
I suppose, yeah, it's not weird at all.
You're
I thought you were
being
gonna say
salute?
bird.
No, not like a salute, but like an acknowledgement, just the two fingers to the temple,
Yeah.
I see you. What's up? But not not any sort of respect salute, just you're not catching me by surprise.
I would like to say, of course they live. So if they're here, that means Galaxy Wave is nearby. So get ready, and I kind of almost get my knees ready to kind of jump and propel myself to go face them.
Scorchfire, what are you doing?
I think I'm looking toward Vigilum because I'm thinking about Smolder and Liege, and I'm probably gonna end up just bracing for now. But in Scorch's mind, she's probably gonna try and make a dash toward Vigilum.
Okay. And then Domina?
Do I still have my bandages? My medical stuff? I really want to try to heal.
Yeah, you have some of that.
I want to roll for a first aid kit, so D8 plus 2. A 4.
Okay, so you heal for 4.
Oh, okay. Not bad. Okay, now where are we at? Granny gonna heal 34. 34. Exactly half my HP.
Battle.
Fantastic. And Scorchimus looks at you, Domina, to make sure that you're okay and can hold yourself steady and kind of slowly braces himself for the oncoming storm.
Can Starscream prepare one too?
Yes, I was just about to turn towards you. Starscream, who's on Triptychon's shoulder as the turrets are firing at sweeps viciously coming your way, gunning most of them down. Well, how would you like to prepare?
I turn to Triptychon's audio.
I'm gonna give you one less thing to worry about. Cover me, and then look after yourself, old friend.
And I'm going to, when I can, move away so he can focus his energies back on the Titan after he covers me. Fly back towards that weird dragon thing that is attacking the nice people that I've been traveling.
Oh no!
Fantastic.
Much like Lando Calrissian, if you can't save everybody, you save the small amount of people that you can.
Fantastic.
Hey man, you're making us cry
Making it
here.
worse. Making it worse.
Everyone,
My
roll
emotions.
me initiatives.
Yay.
I got a 7. I was ready.
You
Sure
were ready.
I got a 16.
A 10.
A 14.
14. Birthday twinsies.
Just notice this entire session is mostly characters that start with the letter S.
And most of them are seekers.
Yeah, most of them are seekers. It's no surprise.
I'm a Sweatle seeker though. I'll change back.
I think there's only 2 of them that can't fly.
Here's the order. Therefore, if I am wrong at any point, please correct me. It is going to be Scorchfire, Scorchimus, Stormburst, Mantix, Domina, Starscream, and then Scourge.
Wow.
Heck yes, just the way it should be.
I hate
Good try.
every single one of you.
You're up first.
Oti doti. First things first, I want to bring up my mini shield. Hold on. Blah blah blah. Health is XD6, where X is half your current. I round it up. That'd be 8. And then I want to look to, I guess, Stormburst and Mantix and say, I can't fly, obviously. I need one of you to help me to get to Vigilum.
Mantix raises his hand.
Okay.
I give a nod. I have other things to do.
Okay, cool.
He's not letting you go anywhere by yourself.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna just make sure that I'm like right by Mantix's side and essentially just wait.
Dude, the parents are going for their child.
I need my son.
DM.
Yo, dog.
Never mind.
Thank you.
And I got
Very insightful.
23
No problem.
for my shield, so
Okay,
like, that
perfect.
took away.
Awesome.
Whose turn is it now? It's not my turn.
Well, shield is a bonus action, so you can still do something.
No, I said I was gonna wait.
You're gonna wait. You're gonna hold
I'm
your
gonna
action?
fly her.
Okay.
Well, you can still
Perfect.
shoot at
That'll bring
somebody
it
if you have a
to
gun.
Scorchimus's turn then. If you're gonna hold your action for someone to lift you into the sky. Scorchimus, now seeing that Domina is given a nod that it's okay, he is going to take out his blaster and begin aiming at Scourge. See how well this goes for him.
Oh boy.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Don't say
Well,
that.
we'll probably say, I don't know you, but you seem scary. With an 11.
That does not hit.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You fool! You can't defeat me with your measly weapon.
Rude.
Okay,
Words hurt, you know?
Stormbird. It's your
Okay.
turn.
Okay. I look at Scorch and Mantix. I take out my Omni Saber. I look at Mantix and be like, Mantix, just remember what I said when I arrived. You know him more than I do. You might have to do this. You might be the only one to convince him to do it. I will keep Scourge at bay. They seem to be just out for me for some reason. And I'll throw Mantix my Omni Saber to use to absorb Starscream if need be. And I will just kind of jump and kind of boost myself straight towards Scourge to kind of face them head on.
Mantix is gonna nod and try. I guess he's gonna catch the blaster. Can I throw him
a
something in
sword.
return? Or the sword? Thank you. Can I throw him something in return?
What is it?
I can throw him a reconnaissance blaster.
Yeah, you can throw him a reconnaissance.
I'm gonna throw you a
blaster.
reconnaissance blaster.
I'll grab it. I'll send you the info of this.
Okay, cool.
sword in a
Let me
minute.
send you the reconnaissance blaster.
I'll grab it, and then as I take off, I look at Scorchimus and be like, take care of them, and I'll just get away.
Scorchimus is giving you a wink and says, "You take care of yourself. I want to see you back."
I'll try, but I might not return.
Hey, yo.
That's not allowed.
I want you back
Oh my
here.
goodness.
Go for it, Scourge.
Ah, so the thief has decided to meet me in battle. Good.
Well, this thief knows the location of your little friend, so if I perish, that information goes with me.
You say that as though he isn't with you.
Only one way to find out.
Yes, ending with me ripping your spark out.
Let's end this.
Let's.
Okay, I'm good now.
I think that's my turn. Because I moved and then threw a sword and I talked
Okay.
a lot.
That'll bring us to Domina's turn.
All right. The one close near to her is Scorchimus, right?
Yes.
Okay. Scorchimus, what's the plan?
Shoot first, ask questions later. As he's
Okay
holding
then.
his gun and missing Scourge.
Great
Okay.
plan.
Domina, well, I'm gonna do an action right here. I'm gonna activate. Just wondering, when if Domina activates her shield, does it move with her?
Yes, it'll move
Oh.
with you. It's like attached to your arm or whatever surface you want it to be attached to, but it's not stationary unless you purchase a sword. I think not everyone, certain bots have an energon shield that's attached to them.
Oh, okay. Where's that? Prime shield?
Okay.
And do I have to roll for that one?
I believe so. That's what
Okay,
it
I think
should
it's
say.
an energy shield. Oh, okay. D210. It's an 8. Dang it. So Domina wants to activate her shield instead of attacking because she doesn't want to move around too much right now.
Okay.
It's not a good idea for her to fly out and attack Scourge either due to the infection too. So she wants to use the shield to protect herself and Scorchimus next to her.
Sounds great. Scorchmas would be
Perfect.
appreciative of that, of course.
She'll take care of the little man.
Bringing us to Starscream's turn.
Hello. So I'm flying back there. That's pretty much the whole thing.
So you're flying downwards as you can see Mantix holding up Scorch Fire flying up towards you, because that's where the Titans are fighting. Is there anything you would like to say to them, or they would like to say to you as you are passing one another?
Did I just do that for my turn? I didn't actually go.
I thought you did.
Oh, yeah, you
No.
go before I do, for sure.
Yeah.
I rolled a
Okay.
7, I think. Yeah.
I could have sworn you went, but maybe I was wrong. Mantix. Yep.
So I readied my shield ahead of time, and then, so I'm going to grab Scorch Fire, and then if I know that it's going to take me a while to get to Vigilum, and we need to get there now, I don't have my TBD watch, so I can't teleport inside Vigilum, but can I try and use Vector Prime Sword?
How would you like to use Vector Prime Sword?
I would like to unsheath it, and it has an ability that allows me to, I don't know if this would count technically, I can create a portal to another dimension. Does that count as another dimension, or can I use it to like jump locations?
I think I can allow it to jump to other locations because that's within its ability. It doesn't say
Okay.
can't within the same dimension.
Right. And so I don't think I have to roll anything. I just have to, I can use it, and then when Scorchfire goes through, I will just take damage to make sure it stays open, and then I'll go through it.
I think you do have to roll something because you are not a prime.
Oh yes, a con save. I see that.
And then I believe it
a con
says
save
after
for-
the first entity has made it through the portal
Yeah,
has
I'm
a
just going to take the 10
50%
damage.
Okay.
I'm going to take the damage to prevent that. Okay, so con save. What's my con? Do I have con save? Saving throw +1. I rolled a 10. So let me see what happens. If I 15 or higher, they succeed. Else they take XD4, where X is the player's level. The below effects will still happen and must be chosen before rolling the con save. So I can still do it. I just have to take XD4 damage.
Plus
X
10.
is the player's level plus 10. So 14d4 plus 10 is what I'm going to take. That's going to suck. Okay, 41 damage.
Oof.
Yep.
Ow.
That was
the
a big
true
ouch.
love for your son.
Big ouch.
Where inside of Vigilum are you trying to go into? His head, his chest,
I'm
his
assuming
arm?
the command wherever the command module would be. So I'm assuming it's either going to be his head or his chest.
It'll be his chest in
Wherever
this
my
case.
prior knowledge of Titans would make me think that I need to go to command, like where Liege would be issuing commands to Vigilum.
We'll end your turn going through the portal with Scorchfire. Perfect. Which then will bring us to Starscream as he is witnessing this happen and can say something to you as you're making your approach through. Since technically everyone's turns happens almost the same time.
As I'm flying towards the action, I would pass Mantix. I think he might, because Mantix is the one that's kind of like my gateway there. I think he would probably do a quick turn and follow them to whatever it is they're doing.
Follow them?
Yeah.
Okay. You take an extra 10.
what's the sitch?
Mantix.
Cool, that's fine. I'll take it.
And Starscream goes through the portal, and since your turn was mostly flying and talking, I'll give a brief description of what you'll see on the other side. You see a massive room. There's medical materials everywhere. There's a giant vat that seems to have a protoform that is looking more and more like Vigilum being remade. And you see a cable, a wire, several of them connecting to Smolder, who is on a medical slab, very precariously, is that the word? Carefully? Hesitantly laying down, and seems to be in some sort of unidentifiable state as their eyes are flickering white as if a data upload is happening currently into the protoform vat next to them.
Do I have time to say
Awesome.
something?
You can say something and we're gonna end your turn there.
All right, I'll turn to Mantis.
You need a scientist?
Always. Well, he'll just nod because I probably don't have any hands to sign back with, but he's gonna nod like very emphatically.
Fantastic. Scourge, you're up.
Oh gosh. Okay, so if I remember, we just had Stormburst decide to fly at me. Okay. So let's see. As Stormburst is like coming towards me, I want to like tackle him like a football player because I really want to
Fantastic.
slam him into the ground.
I like it. And you've done this before. So,
Yeah.
inspiration for Scourge.
Yeah. Okay. What would you like me to roll?
Strength. Meeting with his strength.
Well, sucks for him. My strength is +5. Never mind. I got an 11.
My
Stormbird?
strength is +0.
Hope you get a nat 1.
Wow. Gloves are off.
Coming for your toes.
Whoa.
No!
That's a 12.
Wait, I'm using my inspiration.
Well, okay.
Wait,
I
I'm
guess.
using my inspiration.
All right.
What?
Let's see it.
Inspiration off. Let's go.
I got a 16.
I got a
I'd
19.
like to use my other point of inspiration.
Oh my goodness.
How many inspirations does
It's not
Scourge
fair.
have?
I only have 2 with the one you just gave me. So I had 1 previously.
Oh, I don't. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's what it's there for.
Okay,
Yep,
I
I'm
only had
using it.
one, so I'm out.
I hate my life.
What was that?
What did you
Was
get?
7?
No,
Okay. So 19 still beats a 16.
I hate this.
You try to tackle Stormburst, but Stormburst knows your tricks this time. He's seen it 2 times before. And he is able to twist you in a way that when you lunge for it, you just fly a little bit past him, but he still turns and still meets you. But you do not tackle him.
Pathetic worm, how dare you!
You caught me on my lowest, but I'm pretty motivated now, so get ready.
I'm going to end your miserable life.
We'll see about that.
Alright, do I have anything else I can do?
I guess
I want-
technically you can still attack because tackling is a bonus action.
Oh my gosh, you're right. Okay. I would like to go ahead and use Corrupted Breath. While in robot mode like she is now, basically the dragon heads on either side, like on her arms as gauntlets, come forward and just launch a barrage of this dark, corrupted looking flame. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Let's see. So I need to roll the hit first. I got a 12.
My AC is a 14.
I hate you. All right.
Stormburst, knowing your moves now, because he's quite fed up with Scourge hunting him down, dodges your corrupted
Take
breath.
that!
I'm showing off a little, since the 2 Scorch Fires are watching.
You're going to regret the day that you decided to come anywhere near me. I'm going to end you one way or another. You're just making it harder for yourself.
To be fair, you came to me. I never came to you, so you brought this on to yourself.
I'm gonna rip you limb from limb, just you wait.
And with that, it'll bring us to Scorchfire's turn.
I hate this. Bye, guys.
That was the funniest interaction. Like this, this voice, like I'm going to destroy you, and it's like, no. To be fair, you came to me. Yeah, sure, dude. Whatever.
Oh man, come on, guys. Let Scourge be a bad guy.
No. You need to
Guys.
behave. You're gonna go in
She's
timeout.
supposed to be intimidating.
You're gonna go in timeout.
Anyway,
This guy has seen so many things, Scourge. He's kind of done with it.
I'm gonna eat you.
Over.
Scorchfire, you have the
I was
floor.
on mute, but
I
I burst
do.
out loud.
I would like to run over to my little man on a little slab.
Mhm.
Because it's hooked up to a bunch of stuff. Are there monitors around that sort of indicate like what exactly is happening?
There are no monitors, but by the visuals of the cables coming from his brain, you could tell that maybe there's a brainial upload going from him into the protoform in a vat. And it's hard to tell where he is at in the process. It could be just starting, it could be halfway, it could be most of the way, but regardless, it is a sensitive, very sensitive procedure. And if disruptive or not canceled correctly,
Bad.
it could mean very bad. Yeah.
Bad. Okay,
Yeah.
so, and I'm assuming I know next to nothing about this sort of stuff.
Being Scorchfire, yes. She's a mechanic, she's not a doctor.
I'm a mechanic, not a doctor.
And we have Starscream.
But yeah, I just want to. I can't really do much else, and I don't want to mess this up. So I'm not gonna poke around at my little boy. Is there anything else that looks like important where we are? Anything of note?
in here, it looks like it was recently used. It looks like someone might have been on a medical slab, but it's hard to tell when, because there's some materials that look like they were dusted, like they were there for a while and there was lots of dust gathering, but there's like missing parts of where they were at, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense at all.
Sort of like a dust print of like
Yeah,
where
there's a
it
dust print.
used
Thank
to
you.
be.
Yeah, exactly. There's dust prints of what things used to be, but every once in a while you are in a Titan that's in combat, so I'm going to need you to roll me in athletics real quick.
Otie dokie. I only have a +1 for athletics. I got an 8.
With an 8, as you're looking around to see if there's anything else that you can do, the ground shakes so much that it kind of swifts you off your feet and you kind of fall down and slide to one corner of the room.
I just slide like, wee!
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and, like, as I slide, try to just grapple onto the nearest wall and try to steady myself.
I like that. Roll me a strength.
Okay. 17.
Alright, fantastic. And you are able to grab the nearest object, which seems to be a table in the middle of the room that used to look like it had some recent medical procedure on it.
Okay. I don't know any of the stuff. There's not really much more I can do. I think if anything, Scorch is gonna just look to Starscream. Say, if you mess up my son, I am going to be very upset and hopefully not have to, kick your tailpipe. So just please be careful.
Understanding their distress, put my hand on his shoulder.
I'll do it.
Thank you.
Bro, my inspiration's gonna heal me.
Fantastic.
I may not remember him, but...
Gorchimus's turn, who is currently in battle with Scourge, and probably a few sweeps, not a lot of them. Most of them are going in after Triptychon, and some of them trying to make their way to Starscream inside of Vigilant, but Triptychon's turrets are fighting them off. Wow, there's a lot going on. Scorchamus is going to raise his blaster up to you, Scourge, again, while you're mid-flight and fighting Stormburst. And is going to try to shoot you once more. We're going to see how well this works out for him.
Good luck.
There's a lot happening right now.
With a 7. Wow, his aim is terrible. Just absolutely terrible.
Scourge doesn't even notice.
Yeah, Scourge probably wouldn't even notice. What else can he do? I don't think he can do a whole lot. I think what he's going to do is... I think that's it. I think that's all he's going to do. So he's going to pass his turn, which is Stormburst.
Oh, man. What is the damage for the blaster you gave me?
The reconnaissance blaster, I believe, is 3d10.
3d10. Okay. I would like to take the blaster out, and as I'm floating, I would like just to aim it towards Scourge. Hopefully hit.
You think you can harm me with that?
Only one way to find out.
It'd be really funny if you harmed me with that. Oh.
19.
You might harm me.
Look who spoke too soon.
you might harm me a little bit with that.
So now Scourge has to roll a dex save and get 16 or up. Get above,
right.
16 or up.
What is my dex? Oh, my dexterity is +4. All right.
It would be funny if they didn't get 16 or up.
I got a 30 sinky 20.
Okay, you take half damage. Anyway, let me roll the damage.
I had the reconnaissance blaster for a really long time.
At least
Yeah,
a
you
whole
have.
season.
So I'm just checking to see if the weapon gets something from it. I might be confusing it with the
It's
other
ranged,
character,
so
but-
it's dex.
Yeah, no, but based on my class, just give it something. I don't think it does.
Oh.
Okay, let me roll. 19.
Do I take half of that?
You take half that, yeah.
Oh, so 8. Okay.
It says round up, actually. Half damage rounded up.
Oh.
Oh, there you go. So 10.
Oh. 10?
9. 10.
9.
Let's round it up.
9.
Let's round
8,
it up.
7,
Oh.
6, 5, 4, 3,
No.
2,
Okay,
1.
the
Blast off.
math says it, so it's 10.
Genuinely?
Let's round it up.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
round it
eat
up.
You.
The DM, what do you want me to do?
10.
Can't go against the
says round it
DM?
up.
Damage.
Yeah.
I'm taking
19
stink
divided by 2
damage.
is 19 and a half.
I'm taking it. Okay.
So, as you get shot, I'm like, oh look, you do take damage.
Sorry, I'm
Yes.
doing math. Hold on.
There's just a little
Don't
bit.
fall.
It's like in the movies when you get like you scratch a god or like someone super powerful, and you see the blood, and you're like, oh yeah, you can be killed. Just that
If it
touch of
bleeds, it can
mortality.
die.
You just have that like you're just bleeding a little bit of energon, and it's just enough for everyone to see and to see you bleed.
Where were you aiming? Where did it hit me?
I was just aiming at you, so probably a shoulder. Get one of
Okay.
those heads out of the way.
Whoa, that's not on my shoulder.
Wasn't it on your shoulder?
Nah, dude, my heads are on my arms.
Well, that's fine. I'll just one less arm to worry about.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm gonna raise my hand and like touch the energon and like look at it, and then I'm gonna look back at you.
I'll put my hands up like, what do you want me to do?
Be better.
With that, we're going to move to Mantix's turn, where we saw Scorchfire slipping across the ground as the Titan shook. What are you doing? And roll me in athletics real quick.
Okay.
But you get advantage since you could technically hover.
Okay. Let me see what my athletics is real quick.
Lucky.
I've got an 11 and I've got an 11.
Well, you also slipped and fell as the tremor shook the floor.
I fell and she slid, but what?
Yeah.
Excuse you.
You're welcome.
Slide to me.
Bias. I will slide to my to Scorch. We'll
Okay.
slide to her.
I'll allow it. I won't make you roll anything else other than that.
Thank you. And then it's just Smolder is just on a slab, data uploading.
Mhm.
Can I look while I'm sliding and see if there's like a control panel or like an emergency off switch or like a forced stasis button that I could hit that would shut Vigilum down?
Got Vigilant, just Vigilant down.
Yeah, I only want to shut Vigilum down.
Trying to think here if there would be one. Not
Like an emergency
in-
stasis initiator?
Yeah, it doesn't appear there is. Most of what has happened inside this Titan has been voice activated, but only you wouldn't know as the character or the player. But other players who have interacted with this, and for the audience to remind them, has only reacted to a certain someone's voice.
Well, I'm assuming it's Liege / Smolder, who's currently on a slab.
Mm-hmm.
But there's nothing I could do. Oh, I don't know if that would count. Is there like a computer anywhere that I could hack into? Like for my next turn, like that I can see?
Yeah, for your
'Cause I
next
have an
turn,
ability.
there's not really a computer. It's mostly cables. It looks like whatever is operating and deciding the fate of what is happening is being controlled by the Titan, which would be located in the brain module in the head of the Titan.
Do I see where I would have to go to get to that?
You would have to leave this room, probably take an elevator or a hallway up, depending on how the Titan's layout is, and get into the head of Vigilum.
Okay. I'm assuming I probably can't move in that direction because I'm slipping and sliding.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I'm not gonna shoot anything yet. I'm just gonna hang out.
Okay. Gonna hang out. All right, bringing us to Domina's turn.
Okay, so thankfully Scourge is busy fighting Sunburst. Everybody else is with the other Titan. So I guess Domina is safe with Scorchimus, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So the sweeps are distracted with Starscream too. What happened to them?
They're being gunned down by the defense system of Triptychon currently.
Okay, good.
But it looks like they're
Yeah.
slowly getting closer to our location. It's just taking them a while because,
Mm.
you know, there's so many of them and only so many turrets on the back of Triptychon.
My
Okay.
children.
Good. DM. Where Eras had blasted Domina and she's damaged with the cosmic rust, is it like in the area where her gem is at? Or like abdomen
her-
area?
Her matrix?
Yeah, like her gem
Yeah,
and matrix are
Yeah,
at.
it would be probably dead center on your chest, probably exposing probably the crystals that are in your, and probably the
Shoot.
sphere of your matrix.
Is the cosmic rust close to contaminating her matrix?
It doesn't look like it's doing anything to your matrix, but you, however, seems to be taking damage from it. It looks like the matrix may be immune.
Okay. Phew. Scorchimus, I don't think I'm gonna make it.
Scorchimus turns to you. No, you're gonna make it. You're gonna be just fine.
I've been in so many battles, Scorchimus, and I've survived so many plagues, but I've never been infected with it before.
Which reminds me, hold on, you gotta roll for some rust. You take 7 damage of cosmic rust.
No. I go back to. I go back to 27. Dagnabbit. Okay. Okay, 27. Well, taking the med kits isn't gonna help anymore either. I don't know what we need to do right now. Scorchamus, stay here, or should we blast whoever Sunburst is fighting? I'm in too much pain to think straight right now.
We just gotta find you some Koro stop. That's all. That's the solution.
Domino forces a smile, looking down at him, but she could see that she's like swelling up in tears because she is so scared. She's not gonna go back home after this. I promised them I would come back.
You will. We just gotta make it through the whatever this is. You know, it's just a typical battle. You know, nothing bad.
Shoot, I really don't know what to have Dama to do in this part. Scorchamus. What should they do?
Well, it looks like we're trying to shoot this dragon lady. And then if the Stormburst guy was right, I guess we gotta kill Starscream.
Oh, we just brought him back to life.
I think he brought himself back, but who's keeping track?
Okay. Well, I guess it's my turn to give this dragon lady a shot then. Domina, I'm gonna roll for her to shoot at it's Scourge.
Scourge?
Yeah, Scourge.
There we go, Scourge. Oh man, I missed.
Just
It's
by
okay.
a little bit. By a little bit.
Yeah, since it's not gonna hit Scourge, and like Scourge to Scorchamus, it's probably not even going to notice that miss.
Actually, can I notice?
Oh.
You know what? Actually, yes. Sure. Roll me a perception real quick.
Okay.
Because I do have something in case you want to notice.
19.
Okay, you
Oh, I'm
noticed
dead.
that a blast
I'm
was
dead.
missed you, and when you notice who shot you,
Yep.
you see Domina, and you get a feeling, a rush of feelings that you don't quite understand. Memories of Frostfang's last moments, seeing Domina and the promise she asked her to keep. Except Scourge. You don't see Synthwave. You don't see Allegory. How does this make you feel?
Oh, I am beyond angry. And my singular red optic is going to look directly at Domino.
You didn't keep your promise.
Oh my god.
Can Domina recognize the voice?
No,
Or-
I don't. I
no?
think the voice is too distorted and too
Yeah, I was gonna
changed.
say, probably too far away to hear her.
Probably a little bit, yeah.
I don't
With
even
that-
know you.
I don't know who you are. With that, it's Starscream's turn. Starscream, can you roll me in athletics?
Athletics. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
One second. Ooh, come on. There we go. 14.
14. Mantix and Scorchfire weren't as savvy or had enough style to have balance against the tremor during the fight between or inside of Vigilum between Triptychon. You, however, as soon as the ground started shaking, your hover ability took place and you were able to not fall down. Continue on as you were.
All right. I am going to try to separate the little dragonfly from the evil machine. And I'm going to use high in the process.
Okay.
18.
18. So, you are very savvy with scientific equipment. You're very good with it. You know, you understand it. You don't need a monitor to tell you what things do or what things cannot do. You see the cable, and based on the lights that are kind of glowing on the cable and flowing, it's roughly about a third of the way updating or uploading into the Liege Maximal body. Whatever mind that is inside Smolder, one third of it is inside of Vigilum, the stasis body that has not moved yet, or Protoform.
Okay.
Now, to remove it, it could have potentially moved one third of Smolder. It could have removed one third of Liege. It could have removed some sort of combination of their minds together in unison. So there could be any mixture left inside of Smolder and some of it inside the body. How would you like to proceed from here? I'm going to say whatever you do, because you're an expert at it, you rolled high enough. If you pull it or not, it won't kill Smolder, but you are uncertain on what percentages has been exchanged.
Okay. Well, I'm going to pull it. Let's detach this thing.
Oh, goodness.
Do I need to roll again?
No, I don't think so. I'm not gonna.
right.
I'm not gonna be that. You pull it just correctly enough that it won't kill Smolder. There is a powering off sound Things, exhaust is being sprayed. There's red light that hovers over both bodies. Smolder eyes flicker from white to a steady white, but there's no response from Smolder. There's drool coming off the side,
It's
and then
acidic.
Liege's body, or Liege's protoform body, is still stationary. The eyes are a very low yellow, but they have not indicated that there is any form of consciousness taken over yet in either's form. When you unplug the body, you notice behind the cables, underneath the table, tucked away so neatly, is a green matrix that seems to be corrupted with an orange core. It seems to have a green mist around it, as if something, which you can probably put together, Liege has corrupted this a matrix from its original color to force it to be green and orange.
Yeah, I forgot to mention Smolder found a matrix. I
did.
Let go.
So, two
Thanks
things.
for mentioning.
Oh my
Two things
Primus.
if we have time and I'm not in combat.
Mhm.
Number one, the blank body that's sitting there that has a little bit of Liege. I'm going to rip out the vocal processor and finally fix man.
Okay. That I
So-
will want you to roll another intellect check.
100%, yeah. And then secondarily, I'm going to take the matrix and put it in my...
Okay, you try to put it in your chest, but it doesn't seem to fit quite well.
I'll jam it in there.
Okay, you jam it in there. It's kind of like in the cockpit area of your chest.
All right.
I swear I've said this before for
Just
someone
break
else,
the
but I
handles.
don't
You
remember.
have.
Handles.
We've done this before.
All right.
Really mindset on cockpits, apparently.
All right, just jam it in the cockpit.
It's so that YouTube censors
It's
it.
game, come on.
Yeah,
All
oh
right.
my god. Did I tell you guys that?
Here we go.
Yeah.
Mantics! What?
Oh my Brian.
What? 27.
It's happening. It's happening.
Recognize. Right
Okay,
there.
as Mantix is kind of on the floor and trying to get up, you rush to their aid that both help them up and repair their vocal cords with the fresh Liege Maximus vocal cords. But because it was also a protoform's vocal cords, it takes shape in your body, Mantix, and it will sound like you as it was still being developed. But your fully matured body took over.
Happy manufacturing day to you. Happy manufacturing day to you.
Okay, well,
Something
Commander,
to say?
Thank you. My voice. It's good to have a voice again.
It's good to hear you.
With that, I'm going to say that's the end of your turn because that was a lot of things. We're going to go to
Yeah.
Scourge.
Woohoo!
Oh.
That's all I wanted to do for your birthday is give you your damn
I'm so
voice back.
happy. Thank you. I'm gonna cry.
At least we can hear you cry now.
No, I'm just kidding.
In space knowing.
Oh my god. Good.
All
You're
right.
in space.
I'm as Scourge. Now that Domina is in my sights, I am
Oh,
still
damn.
I'm still kind of stuck in combat with Stormburst, and I don't want to give him an attack of opportunity or whatever by leaving combat. So, what I am going to do is I'd like to aim a corrupted breath blast at Domina.
Okay.
Actually,
Let's see
let
it.
me double check to make sure I don't have
Lapis, when I get you,
ability.
Lapis. When I get you, Lapis.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't worry. I'll make it quick.
See you in TFCon.
No, don't say that. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll a d20 to hit. I got a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that. Oh, yeah, that will hit.
Do I still have my shield though?
You do still have your shield.
What does your shield do?
I think it was only
She'll
8
take
points.
the damage first before she takes
Oh my
damage.
Brian.
Okay.
You're
You're
just
lucky.
gonna kill her.
So I'm gonna go ahead and roll my damage. It was only a 5 for damage. So I assume the shield probably eats all of it.
Yeah, the shield was 8.
Okay.
Phew.
But yeah, no, I just to kind of describe what I did, as I'm like stuck in battle with Stormburst, I'm not really paying attention to him anymore. I raise my arm and launch just a blast of just pure fury in your direction with the most terrifying glare from a single red optic you've ever seen in your entire
Oh,
life.
Damn, she's really angry at me.
Coachman's turn to you, Domina. I don't know what you did, but she doesn't seem to be happy.
I don't even know her.
I don't even know her. She doesn't even go to this school.
She doesn't even go here.
She doesn't even go here.
Fantastic. So after you get hit, Domina, and after all that, we're gonna go top to the round with Scorch Fire. But as it's the top of the round with Scorch Fire and you're getting up inside of Vigilum, you notice the walls, the exterior walls, not all of them, just some of them, seem to be scraping, being clawed. Something with red tipped fingers are clawing and trying to get their way inside, and it looks like they're maybe a turn away before a flood of unknown numbers of sweeps come in. But with that, it's your turn.
Oh, joy. Okay, well, first things first. I'm standing up now, right? Like
Yes,
I'm all
yes,
stable.
yes.
Okay, cool. I'm rushing over my little man. Is it at this point like safe to like touch Smolder? Like it's
Yeah, you
like
can touch Smolder. He is just not being responsive. He's not dead, he's just not responsive at the moment. He's probably in some sort of stasis lock, you can assume, until like whatever was happening has decompiled or finished running its loop since it was canceled.
Can I give him a shake?
You can give him a shake. He's not going to respond.
Like take him by the shoulders and like give him a little shake, like Smolder. Smolder.
Ragdolls.
Smolder. It's like a head rolls to the side, just
Yeah, Drool is definitely running down the side.
Alright, well I don't want to touch that. I am going to carefully, I think, scoop up my little man. Keep him close. Then what's the quickest way out, you would say?
It's hard to tell. This is a place you have not been in before.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the same way you came in. It would probably be the fastest and safest way out.
I'm going back to Mantics. We gotta go. There's not really much else I can do other than keep my shield and my little man close and then stick by Mantics.
Okay.
I think that's it.
That will bring us to Scorchman's turn. Seeing that Scourge is going after Domina, is going to take out his Apex armor and throw it and slap it onto your arm, Domina.
Hey, don't do that.
Which will allow you to have +1 to your AC, resistant to all toxin, half damage from all types of attacks. While wearing the Apex armor, though, you cannot perform any ability attacks, and it lasts for 3 turns.
Oh, I don't think that was safe.
We can try. Gotta protect the tall lady. And then for my action, I'm gonna take my blaster and I guess try to hit Scourge.
Good luck, dude. Nobody except for Stormburst has been able to hit her.
Yeah, I've not hit her at all. I got 30-20 though, so let's see.
Yeah, you did hit that one.
All you gotta do is think you're not gonna do it, and then that's when it happens.
I keep jinxing it. Yeah.
But don't you worry, my blaster doesn't shoot very much for 6 damage.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm good. I don't even look. I don't look at you. I'm still focused on Domina.
With that, it will be Stormburst's turn.
When Scourge attacked Domina, is her back facing me?
No, I'm still entirely like in combat with you. I like shot over your shoulder.
Over my shoulder? I thought she was behind you.
You swap sides when
yeah, she should be behind you.
Oh, is she? Okay, well then I guess my back may have turned to you.
Good.
Don't say that.
I will try my Reconnaissance Blaster, or Renaissance Blaster once again, and see how that goes.
Guys, I feel like it's 3 against 1 right now, and I don't know if I like that.
Gee, I wonder why.
You did tell your sweeps to go after Starscream.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna call them back soon. Just you wait. Just you wait.
That's a 19 to hit.
Yeah.
Cool. And then you gotta roll the dex save. Has to be 16 or higher. Please fail.
I got a 19.
Okay. Okay.
Disadvantage.
That's 7 damage, because it's a 14. So you take half damage.
Okay. We're chilling.
I'm your target. Stop focusing on my friends.
Your friend is the reason I am who I am today.
And your friend is the reason why I am here where I'm at this point in time. So I think we're even.
Kind of funny.
I think that's all I could do, so I will move on.
Fantastic. And as we move on towards Mantic, Stormburst, roll me a perception.
Ooh, goody. An 11.
Okay, never mind. We'll move on to Mantix. Mantix,
Oh man, I'm blind.
Okay.
You only got 1 eyeball.
That is true.
Okay, so I have a question. With the Omni Saber, with these rolls, does this, can I just attack, or can I use it to attempt to use, the Omni Saber strictly for, an ability?
Let me look at the Omni Saber details real quick. On a hit
they're
roll,
mostly attacks based.
yeah, it's an attack base. So you can only do a bonus action if it's a non-attack ability along with an attack. If you do a non-attack thing, then you can do an attack ability bonus action, if that makes sense.
Well, I really only wanted, but I guess Mantix wouldn't know that. He knows that the Omni Saber can, basically take Starscream, but he probably wouldn't know how well enough to just try and utilize that aspect of it in a non-attack fashion. He's just trying to get rid of him, I guess. So I wouldn't be able to use any of my other abilities because technically they all use attack. They all do damage, even if it is ultimately a stun. Yeah, even though I don't want to use the Omni Saber to attack, I think I have to, and then there's a consequence of the attack, is what I'm understanding, correct?
Right. And the Omni Saber, if I'm reading it correctly, you have to roll a specific number to get a 95 or higher. Is that what I'm saying?
Yeah, 95 or higher, I think.
Yeah.
Frag. Mantix is gonna look at Starscream, and he's gonna say,
Commander, I cannot thank you enough for all that you have done. For me, giving me back my voice, my family, freeing my friends from all that is going on. But I cannot let you and your abilities fall into the hands of the very thing that threatens the entire multiversal timeline and all of these bots. Their safety and their survival depends on Galaxy Wave not getting your ability. I cannot, in good conscience, sacrifice so many sparks for one. I hope one day you can understand.
He's gonna swing at Starscream with the Omni Saber.
Okay, Starscream, how do you respond?
Just standing.
Okay. I won't make you roll the hit if Starscream's just going to stand there and take a hit, but I will make you roll the D100 table.
Okay.
And any damage that comes with it.
Do I have time to say
Yes,
something
you have
out of
time
turn?
to say it. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Don't use that sword. Use your...
I have I mean, I can do that. I was just trying to use it for
You've
its
got that
ability.
sword of Vector Prime, right?
Yeah, but it's not gonna... the only reason I was using the other one is because it can suck, your essence into the blade.
Trust me. Use the sword of Vector Prime.
And then I take the matrix out of my chest and toss it
Out of your cockpit. Out of your cockpit, please.
out of my cockpit. Then toss it to Mantix.
Gotta be
and
accurate.
say,
Light our darkest hour.
and then get ready to be stabbed in the chest.
Okay, I guess I'm going to stab him in the chest with the Sword of Vector Prime, and I guess try and open a portal dimension directly into a star. At least it's quick.
Okay.
Do I need to roll, or what do I need to do for that? I catch the
I want
Matrix.
you to
also.
flavor how you're swinging the sword. Are you swinging it into him? Are you swinging it towards him so you can walk into his death? Or are you stabbing it into him and open the portal around him as it's stabbed into him, and it kind of just pulls him in? It's up to you how you want to flavor it.
I
They're
think
very gruesome options there,
It
DM.
is a gruesome option. I just wanted to make sure the
here's
imagination
what I'm gonna
has
do.
no limit.
Here's what I'm gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take the sword and I'm gonna do a full back swing, back over my arm, back over his shoulders and around, as if he was gonna take a full downward cut across Starscream, as if he was gonna cleave him from shoulder to hip. And right as it gets to Starscream's neck, he's gonna halt the blade, open the portal, and then I guess he would try and kick him through. This is Sparta.
You're gonna Sparta kick him?
You could just stab me in the spark.
Wow.
Yes, Cybertron!
You know what? Or I'll just stab you through the spark. That's better. I like that one.
Oh, my boy.
Which one did we decide on?
I'm gonna just stab through the spark. I'm just gonna take the blade and I'm gonna come as if I have a normal rapier and just go full.
Okay.
Just a straight.
Can you roll
stab
for
through
the
his chest.
ability use?
Yes. And I am still not a prime. So, going to roll a con save. I believe. Okay, I didn't save. I rolled an 8.
Okay.
So, I am again going to take. How many? I think I'm still level 14. 14 d4 damage, and I don't need to keep the portal open, so it's just going to take 14 d4 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And as I stab the blade through Starscream, I'm going to, give him, kind of wrap my other arm around his shoulder, pat him on the shoulder, and just give him, a little hug, and tell him again.
Your legacy will live on. I will ensure it.
And I'm going to take 38 damage.
How are you looking at the 38?
I'm it's not great, but it's not awful.
Okay. You stab Starscream with the sword. A portal begins to emerging, starting at his spark. So it's pulling his spark in first and slowly pulling the rest of him in. You give him the hug. You whisper into his audio receptor. And he gave you the matrix, which is contaminated.
I took it.
By
I grabbed it, yeah.
Yes. Starscream looking back at you all as pieces of him are being slowly pulled into the portal piece by piece. Is there anything you would like to say one last time, Starscream?
It was fun.
That's Captain Kirk's last line.
And you take a step back, Mantix, because the portal has to encapsulate all of them, and you don't want to be caught into that. Unless you do. Totally up to you. It's up to you.
Nope, no thank you.
And Starscream is pulled into a portal, and as soon as the last piece of him is pulled in, the portal shuts.
Mantix is gonna give him an official Seeker Elite Guard salute as he goes. A last show of respect for his commander.
And as you do, rips on the side of the Titan open up and sweeps. Look inwards, and they no longer see Starscream in there at all, and they seem to be pulling backwards. And with that, it's going to be Domina's turn.
Oh no, I'm too scared now.
We're so sad.
Okay, so yeah, I'm trying not to cry out for Starscream right now. Gotta focus. So right now Domina has the Apex armor that Scorchamus gave to her, correct?
Yes, so it gives you +1 to AC and you take half damage.
Okay, and currently both of them are still, mostly her, are still in danger because of Scourge knows they're there now, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oof. Scourge, but I think we might have to get some more distance from this fight. So I think Domina, what she's going to do is pick up Scorchamus, take the little man with her, and how much distance can she get away from where she's at?
Well, but behind you is the Icon Tower, which you guys came from. In front of you is the street, so you can go left or right. Above in the street is where Stormburst and Scourge are fighting, so they're not that far from you at all. The best course of action is probably for you to probably take cover inside the building. Scorchamus is going to tell you that you can take cover, but he needs to stay here to make sure that no one follows you if you were going to do so.
Okay. And in that tower, I could probably look for something else to heal myself to later on, if I can.
If this tower has a medical unit, yes.
Okay. Well, at least we're not going back to the sewers.
Don't remind me. No sewers. We're done. No sewers.
Where is the biggest manhole here? Okay. Scorchamus, I'm gonna go into the building, okay? When it's safe for you, follow me when you can.
You set Scorchamus down, you tell him to come check on you after everything's done, and he nods in agreement. And he tells you that he will find a Koro stop or something to help you out.
Okay. And once Dominus in the building, the Icon building, is there a directory inside the building that she could
You run into
search
the building, you see a directory, and there seems to be some sort of quick patch, temporary patch. It's not like a medical facility, it's like a...
Like a Band-Aid?
Yeah, like a Band-Aid area. Yeah.
Okay. Okay,
But
so...
we'll discover more of that on your next turn.
Yes, so now I end my turn. I don't think I have any more items I can use for myself. Let me check, because I already used 2 of my...
Yeah, I think you have 1 more bottle of Energon total. Because you used 2
Oh,
during
it's
the
4
fight,
bottles.
you used 1, and then you should have 1 more. And you
Yeah,
can use
I
that
have-
if you want. Go for
Okay,
it.
yeah, I'll use that one right now. So 1d8 plus 2. 1d8 plus 2. Oh, 5 points. That's not bad. Okay.
Better than nothing. Okay.
Yeah, so back 32 and I end my turn.
Ends your turn, and surprisingly, Mantix, Scorchfire, you feel a cold breeze in the room that you are in. The sweeps left a wall after seeing Starscream's not there, but you feel a cold breeze. And you can kind of hear a voice, but it sounds distant.
That was terrifying.
Oh no!
That was terrifying.
Oh no!
Starscream, what would you like to do for your turn?
What?
Wait, what?
What?
You know what I want to do. There's
Oh,
a
no.
faint, lavender glow around the, maybe a quick flash of light, and then the Titan begins to move a little. Walks, takes a step forward, careful not to step up, and he nods at the other Titan in front of it.
Crypticon roars.
Lifts its hand, its mighty hand, towering over the other one, to the tiny little vestigial hand of the sauropod in front of it. And DM, what happens?
Crypticon, knowing that this Vigilum is no longer a threat and seems to be no longer engaging in fighting as the turrets and missiles have stopped, and recognizes a small hint of Starscream's voice. Tries to reach its hand up to press against yours, but you're twice its height,
I'll
so
kneel
you
down,
would have
I'll
to
kneel
lean
down.
over.
The most epic high five ever. 2 Titans.
Oh,
Oh my god!
tiny. With a dinosaur's hand that's like smaller, so it's like leaning off to the side.
It's
Little
like
fist
that
bump.
meme with the cat that does the high five.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like a T-Rex with little arms, you know?
indeed. Pacific Rim music starts playing, and the two of us turn our attention, these 2 Titans.
Why would you say that? Why would you say that?
Get away from her, you bitch!
And as Vigilum Starscream, you can feel the heavy damage that has taken a toll to Vigilum. You have probably enough control over him. You could probably do whatever you need to do in this turn before you lose whatever's left of your life force that's possessing him.
Cool. I just realized I cursed, even though it was a quote from Aliens. But if you're putting this on YouTube, yeah. Gosh, Laserwave, Shackwave, what's his name? Is he around, or he hasn't popped up?
You don't see
Vaporwave.
him. He hasn't popped his one-eyed crimson look anywhere yet.
All right.
But he's here, somewhere.
Me and Triptychon, then back to back. I will grasp Scourge in my giant titanic hand.
I'm getting
I'm not gonna
annoyed.
make you roll strength because you're a titan, and you do so.
Any last word?
What are you, Vigilant? What are you doing?
Vigilant can't come to the phone right now. This is Starscream.
Dude, do I get popped like
What do you do?
a gusher?
Yeah, Gusher's Gush. We'll see
You
if Scourge
squeeze
does.
Scourge in your blue hand of Vigilum. Purple energon spews out the bottom of your hand like a gusher, and you let go as the lifeless body of Scourge falls to the ground with a thud.
Oh.
Who else wants some?
I get to keep the minicon. Let's go.
Not Domina's fault this time.
Are there still sweeps, or have they retreated?
The sweep seems to have started to retreat, noticing that Triptychon and Vigilum are now firing their turrets and missiles in their direction, and there's no sight of Starscream. And they seem to be taking orders from some other frequency to retreat. And Scourge, as your dying moments are on the ground, spilling, fuzzy, very hard to see with one object, you are getting the said commands to retreat. And that Scourge is a failure.
Oh. Do I have a chance to just like reflect on anything?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. As I'm bleeding all over the floor, and I can feel myself dying and going gray, just a single tear just kind of falls down as I reflect back on my life as Scourge, but even before that, before Unicron corrupted me, I think back on the memories of Frostfang, and for just a second, I picture the Wreckers all together: Allegory, Borg, Synthwave, Cross Summit, and Frostfang. Just picture us all together. And that tear finally hits the floor, and my optic flickers offline.
Fantastic. And we're going to end combat there. But Starscream, as you feel your grip loosen on Vigilum as your life force is slowly being pulled into the afterspark, you do everything that you can to turn Vigilum off so he can no longer be a threat.
Mm-hmm.
The Titan begins to power down and lean against a nearby building, collapsing. And if you want to, you can say another thing one last time. For the last time this time. For reals. For reals the last time.
For real this time.
Once more with
Really
feeling.
tug at those spark strings.
Looks around at his friends, his old friends, his new friends.
I'm gonna cry already.
Trypticon, Mantix, even the little bug, and just say,
It's been a blast.
for the first time, Starscream is brief in his speech.
And with that, we are going to actually fade to black.
Oh my primers!
Domina. After finding some light bandages and using your last Energon health pack, you venture further into the Icon Tower for safety, turning down a hallway as the ground quakes from the battle outside. Everywhere is dimly lit or in complete shadows, as the power has either been depleted or disconnected. The Apex armor Scorchmas gave you is still active for now, but will run out soon, so you must find somewhere safe. Roll me perception.
Okay. Let me see if I have anything for perception. 0. Okay. 16.
That's pretty good for +0. You see some empty boardrooms, vacant, but they have a large table you could use to barricade the door if the time comes to that. You see a flickering red light at the end of the hallway before turning completely on. It seems to move slightly side to side, getting closer, until he steps out of the shadows, and under a broken hanging light fixture, a tall, dark abyss, with a single hand and a laser cannon on the other. He appears to have a smaller set of arms that also have blasters and a large gray backpack. His face and optic bent in and cracked as if he was hit with a large hammer, Galaxy Wave, and he says,
Perhaps a trade is in order.
His only hand reaches to his side and pulls out a vial from his lower compartments on his backpack, and he continues.
The Apex armor for this. The only vaccine that can cure cosmic rust. This timeline never developed a cure, and while I may be to thank for that, when I first visited it, seems to be in my favor for a year, and now...
Galaxy Wave shifting his foot a bit and presents the vial, holding it delicately with 2 fingers, as if almost threatening to drop it.
So, what will it be?
Damn it. Domina's holding onto her wound. She knows if she rejects this offer, if what he is saying is true, the rust that she has will contaminate this timeline too and her comrades when they find her.
Go ahead and roll me 2d4.
Okay. 3?
You take 3 points of rust damage as it continues to spread.
Okay, -3. I'm right done. Ugh. Domino flinches at the pain of the damage of the rust. You really gave me no choice on this, huh?
He only glares at you with his crimson optic, and you can see the vial sparkle from the light.
And every timeline I go, it's always you. Fine, I accept the trade. Only if you promise to take this, give me the vial, but you don't hurt anybody else. Can you promise me that?
I won't lay a single cannon on anyone else for now.
I'm sorry, everybody. So at that moment, Domina will take off the Apex armor, deactivating it, and instead of throwing it to Galaxy Wave, she does get closer to him instead.
Okay, he allows you to get closer.
And she'll put, is there anything been between them, like the table that you said earlier? Because it's like a conference room, correct?
The table is in the conference room. You're like right outside the conference room, and he is in the hallway. And there's just some debris. It's not like something major, just like some parts of the ceiling that fell down and whatnot.
Oh, okay. So she'll just put the Apex armor right like where the debris is at, so he could pick it up himself too. That way they both don't have any contact with each other.
Okay. You both put down your item. He takes the Apex armor and stores it in his backpack. You take the vial. Do you use it immediately or do you wait?
Use it right away.
Okay, you use it right away, injecting it straight into your CNA, and you can already feel the effects of the rust being removed. You no longer have cosmic rust. Any damage that was dealt stops immediately, and you feel a sense of relief.
What are you planning, Galaxy Wave?
And as you say that, he raises his laser cannon at your chest and fires.
Son of a...
Does a 26 land?
Well, I'm 13 with my AC.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that hits. The room lights up with pure, dark, red energy, casting a silhouette over you as an arc of a crimson blast comes hurling down toward your direction.
Son of a...
This 31 points of damage hits you straight against the chest.
Oh, well, that took my whole, my current hell already, because after the 3 points, it left me at 29. So now with minus, yeah, I'm a -2.
Okay, you'll just go to 0. You'll just go to 0 then. You instantly drop, as now there's a big gaping wound on your chest. Galaxy Wave takes his hand and reaches down and pulls your matrix out, looking at it all so delicately.
One less to use for the Silver Matrix. I could put you offline now and end your misery. Plus, I want you to witness what happens next. I want you to feel endless fear as he arrives and consumes everything, knowing there's not a thing you can do to stop him.
Galaxy Wave holding your matrix above you, his fingers clenching tight against the center, staring into it and pondering out loud.
Seems almost wasteful. Too bad I already have all the matrices I need.
In a swift, gruesome scene, with little struggle, you lay there and watch in horror as his hand grips tighter and tighter and his fingers squeeze the surrounding metal of the matrix. At first, nothing happens, but it only takes a moment until you begin to hear the crunching of the center casing and shattering of the inner crystals. He lets it go as pieces fall to the ground beneath your feet. Shards and scrap is all that remains. The light within each crystal beginning to fade. A purple portal swirls behind him, and he maintains optic contact with you as the lights flicker and dim, leaving only darkness and red hue glows from his gaze. He walks backwards and into the newly formed portal as it dissipates shortly after leaving you in pure darkness. Roll me a saving throw.
20 plus 1. Primus, help me. 10.
Mark that as one failure on your character sheet. There should be 3 skulls and 3 hearts. And if you get 3 failures, you're dead.
Okay. Failure 1.
And with that, we fade to black.
Oh, Lord. Next time on Transform and Roll Out.
Lapis, throw me another D100.
Here we go. Let's do this.
Are the Energon goodies helping at all?
We'll find out.
69!
Nice.
That should bring you back to life, because that's the best
Nice.
number. Yeah.
That's my son.
32 plus 69, that's over 100. That's 100.
I'll fly outside of the building and look for any of the civilians that are nearby.
Okay, sounds good. And hurry, they sound like they're coughing and
I thought I
dying.
was muted. Sorry.
What would you like to do?
Dolina would like to keep Smolder close to her chest. Not let him fall off.
I'd like
Put
to
him in your
keep
hole.
acid ink close to my chest.
I don't like how you said that.
I know, that's where I left. I'm like, ooh, that sounded funnier in my head.
Into the chest hole.
Yeah.